So, Victor, I'm going to send you a copy of this thing. You'll probably get it on Saturday. But today, I'd like you to just keep following along with me in the group. And even though now I've got to log back into all my stuff, I'm sorry. This is crazy. I needed to stop to record the meeting so that way people could still see it later if they needed to.
Yeah.
And now my whole thing just got like shut down, which is totally insane. All right. Stand by. I'm sorry, folks. Um, I can't even think what I was doing. Let's see. Drive. All right. Cool. I'm recording and I'm going to share my screen with you all again. Here we go. Okay. Sorry about that. So here's the worksheet. What I was trying to do was open up my algebra tiles and then do a screenshot for those of us who are trying to digitally to do this. So here's my algebra tiles page. And for those of you doing it on paper, and Victor, this is you too. So what you guys doing it on paper are going to do is like just sketch. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to draw out the x bar, draw out your y bar, draw the x squared box, and then all the others. We've got our y squared, our 1, and our xy. And I'm just going to model these three though. So now I'm going to take my screenshot, and you can do them one at a time, or you can lump them together like I did here. I'm just going to lump these three together.
It's
So,
gonna be just us three.
well, no, I want everyone to do all the boxes, even y squared, 1, and xy, all these other three.
Okay.
But I'm just going to model these three so we can move on and do the rest of the worksheet for now. So now if you're doing screenshots back in number 3, you're going to click in the 3 box and hit paste or control V. And there they are. Zoom out a little bit. And we're supposed to list the area of each box, okay, of each tile. So for my X box, just X, it's 1 unit long on the bottom. It's not labeled, but we know that from how we tried to measure with our 1 in question, like 2, right? We tried to measure all these boxes. And it turns out that the X and the Y are 1 long, but they don't match up with the height. So we can't measure them properly with the height, but they do measure the width. So,
So I have a question, teacher.
yes.
So basically, I just write in those four, and then all of them the ones, and then I just write in,
Yep,
or
exactly.
I
So,
take a picture,
exactly.
and then I just send it to you for Gmail, right?
But if you want to wait until you get the worksheet in the mail, you can take notes now and write all the answers down. And then when you get the worksheet in the mail from me, you can copy it onto the worksheet into the right boxes and stuff, and then take pictures of that.
I'm just gonna make right now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So the X box has an area of X units. How do I know that? Because it's 1 along the bottom times X for the height. 1 times X is X. Then the Y box has an area of Y units for the same reason. And then when we get to the other ones, it's a little more interesting. The X squared, well, it's X along the bottom and X along the right side. Remember, and to find area, we're doing side times side. So it's X times X. So the X squared box has an area of X squared units. Basically, the area is going to match all the names of the boxes anyways. Now, I just did the first 3, and I'd like you all to do all, I think there's 6. I think. Do all 6. Any other questions on number 3 or on what I did here, please? Flip back over to the video call if you need to see what I'm doing and compare it to what you have on yours. No questions. Okay. Then I'm going to move on to number 4.
Actually got one.
Go for it.
Where's that key that like goes up, like the arrow looking thing?
This thing here, yeah, it is. I think it's going to be the same for all of our keyboards. It's on my 6 key. So to access it, you have to do Shift and 6. Shift and 6.
Okay.
And that's a symbol that means, actually, I don't know what it means in the computer world, but for math across the internet, people use that to do exponents. So that's why I'm doing it with my x squared. It basically is like a symbol for math people, math nerds like me, who are typing out their math. It means x squared. That's why we're using that. Totally. So if you wrote this instead, I might know what you mean in this assignment, but honestly, it's confusing. If you wrote x2, other people on the internet are not going to know what you mean if you were trying to say x squared. So, but they will know if you said the little up arrow, x up arrow 2, and it's shift 6 on your keyboard. Thanks for asking. Anyone else? Any other questions? I see some things in the chat, but you know what? I'm trying to not open the chat up when I'm recording, just in case there's anyone sending me a just a private message they don't want the world to know about. So I'm going to wait on looking on those chat messages from now on, just because I don't want to put those out on my videos, just in case. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into number 4. So for number 4, it's 3 parts. We're supposed to model the expressions that they give us for A, B, and C using our algebra tiles. So folks who are drawing it, folks who are going to do this on paper, just model along with me what we're going to do with our like algebra tile pictures. Folks doing this with cutting and pasting, digital screenshots. We're going to build it in the algebra tiles, and then cut and paste a picture over to the worksheet. So let me get these out of here. We'll start number 4A. 4A is 4y minus 3. Okay. So there's a couple ways we could do this, and I'm not going to like mark anyone as a 0 if, as long as you're trying. Um, they give us a model to follow above number 4. So to model out like 3x squared, they have 3 of the x squared boxes. 4x is 4 of the x boxes, and then plus 2 is 2 of my unit tiles, the ones. So using that as our guide, to do 4y minus 3, it'll be 4 y's. And minus 3, we want to represent with our little ones. But to make a minus in our algebra tile program, we click them again, click them a second time, and they go back and forth from like plus to minus. So I'm going to make them all negative. And here's my 4y minus 3. For those of you drawing it out, you can basically just draw this image. Draw 4y bars and then 3 negative 1 bars. Just label them negative 1. And make sure to label everything you're drawing. All right, so for us doing it digitally, I take a screenshot, I go back to my worksheet, and I paste it into the box. Boom. Anyone want to go over number 4A again, please? If you need a guidance, come look at my screen so you can see what I'm doing.
That's for number 4, right?
Correct, 4A.
But and so in that one we have to take a screenshot too, or
Yes, yes.
so if I can take this screenshot, I
So
can I just
Victor, you're going to do it on paper, right? So why don't you right now just kind of write down your notes 4A, and then you can copy down this image that I made with the tiles. So I would draw out 4y bars and then 3 negative 1 bars, just like this one. Victor, does that make sense or not really? Please tell me.
yeah, but I'm just mm, yeah, because I tried to copy that ones too, but I cannot.
So real quick, let me just
But I just gonna. I think if I drawing like all of them and then I just take pictures and then I just send them to you, that's gonna be
that'll be
the
good. Yeah, we'll make
effective.
that work. Here's what I mean. If I were doing this on paper right now myself, this is how I would try to do it. I would be like, okay, here's my first Y bar. I'm drawing it out. Here's my second one. We have to do this 4 times to represent 4Y. So basically, for Lauren, Tira, and Victor, this is what I'm asking you guys to do too. Here's 4Y, and then here's my -3.
3 or 2. I think 3.
And
Okay.
remember, we're only using them as like ones, right? So we're going to show all 3 -1s. So this mess here that I drew, this is supposed to represent 4Y minus 3.
Okay.
Does that help,
I mean,
Victor?
yes, of
Okay.
course.
Okay, totally. So that's what I'd like you folks doing it on paper to do for 4A, B, and C. Let's jump back into
But you say about prepare about like a book or just for
oh, and what I'm going to send to you, you mean? It's this whole worksheet. I'm going to print this out on paper and then like mail it to you.
okay.
You know what I mean? So then you can have it on paper and you can fill in your boxes with the answers that we're doing in class, and then you'll take pictures of that, and I'll take those pictures as your credit.
Okay, that's it.
Okay,
I understand.
awesome. Thank you, Victor, for asking and
Okay. Thank
clarifying.
you. Thank you.
Let's try 4b. So 4b says x squared minus 3x plus 6. So I clear all this junk out of the way and start fresh. And I just deleted it. Nice. It's legit. Here we go. So it is x squared minus 3x plus 6. All right. X squared is easy, right? We have one of those. X squared plus minus 3x. So that'll be negative 3 of my x bars. So I'm going to move 3 x bars over, click those guys and make them minus x's instead of plus x's. And then the last part is plus 6. So I want 6 of my little blue ones.
Josiah, is this 4B?
Yes, 4B.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Then I'm going to move that back over to my worksheet. It's 4B, x squared minus 3x plus 6. And I'm going to skip doing C. I think those two are a good enough model to try to do those on your own and then model out the same way you did it for part C. So I want you all to do part C, but I'm gonna not do that right now out of time. Okay?
Josiah,
Yes.
can I have just like a few more seconds to go to 4B real quick?
I'm sorry. Yes.
This will be my last fix.
Totally. Yes. Here's 4B. Anyone else need to see it? Go ahead and look at this now and take a picture of it or draw it out. And
Yeah,
then
can you just go a little up? Like
okay, I'm gonna wait 10 more seconds on 4B and then we'll scroll up to 4A. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Just in case anyone needs to see that, and then we'll jump into the rest. Now, here's 4A, if anyone needs to see 4A again. Now, the rest of the worksheet, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, what I always do is tell students that if you've had enough of the algebra tiles at this point, then I would like you to skip, or not skip, I'd like you to just answer 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with math. However, the worksheet actually says to do it all with algebra tiles. But I'm giving you the option. You can either answer it with algebra tiles or answer it with actual math. It's okay if you want to just answer it by typing in your math answers and be done with the tiles. I do want you all to get practice using it a little bit. And so that's why 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're doing it with tiles. For 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you have the option. Now, we have to actually combine our like terms. We have to actually simplify 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So for number 5, it's 3x squared minus 2x plus 1, and that's being added to the other expression next to it, x squared plus 4x minus 3. Now, from our work in Unit 1, we remember to combine these together, we're combining like terms. So look for matching variables like my 3x squared and plus x squared. Zooming in here. So 3x squared plus x squared in the next one, that's a total of 4x squared. Now for the x's, negative 2x here and plus 4x here, that's like saying negative 2 plus 4. So what's the difference there? It's 2x. And
I have a question, teacher. And this one
yes,
we
sir.
can write in like with letters and everything, right?
Correct. Yeah. From 5 onward, I'm giving you guys the option to just type in your answers or write it instead of do the algebra tiles. Okay.
Okay. Thank.
Absolutely. You don't have to do both. You can just pick one. I want you to just do it one way that you like best. Um, I'm writing it right now. I'm going to really quickly do it in algebra tiles so you can see that as well. And then we'll do a few more. It's 11:40, so we've got about 20 minutes. Hopefully we can get up through number 10. Okay, so we've got our plus 1 and our minus 3. So 1 minus 3 would be negative 2. Okay, so there's number 5. I typed it, and you all have the option to do that. I'm going to also really quick do the tiles. So 4x squared plus 2x minus 2. Okay, so I need 4x squared, not just 1. I need 2x, and then I need minus 2. So I guess that's my answer in algebra tiles. Right here. And I'm going to plug that into my worksheet to see them both. Zooming out. There we go. So you can type in your work for 5 onward, or you can do algebra tiles, whatever you prefer, whatever's more fun. I'm sure. Never mind. Okay. Any questions on number 5, please?
No, I think I'm okay.
Awesome. I'm glad you're feeling better. Hey, another reminder, if you haven't done it yet, if you can see my screen right now at the top right, see that thing that says share?
Yeah.
If you haven't done this yet, this goes for everybody, then I want you to share your work with me. Type in my email address in that share box where it says add people. Type in my name, Josiah Henderson. It should just kind of pop up because I've been sending you all emails. So it should kind of be there and recognize me. But if not, just type in my whole email and hit done. And then I'll have access to your worksheet digitally for everyone who's doing it digitally. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, people doing it on paper, don't worry about that. Everyone else, though, I want you to share it with me. All right. Then number 6, we've got 5x plus 4 minus negative 2x plus 3. To do this one, I'm going to jump back to my drawing screen so I can do that. Oh my God, what is happening? Here we go. Let's take this over to the PowerPoint. And we'll do this real quick. And then we'll type our answer into the worksheet. There we go. Okay, so to subtract this expression from the other expression, I'm just going to copy it down here. It's just like the other one. We want to combine like terms, but we've got minus the entire other like parentheses, right? So minus negative 2x, that turns into a plus 2x. Remember the double negatives. Minus a negative turns into plus, and then minus 3, that's going to make it minus 3. When you see a minus, a whole parentheses, the whole parentheses is being changed sign, remember. All right, let me copy down my 5x plus 4, and now we add our like terms. So 5x plus 2x, 7x. Our plus 4 minus 3 is plus 1. So it looks like our solution here is 7x plus 1. So if I want to type my answer in, I'm just writing out 7x plus 1. And then if we do algebra tiles, we come over here, make that up with our algebra tiles, and then take a picture of it or draw it in your worksheet. All right, that's 7x and 1. Yay! Okay. Now, after that, we've got number 7. I'm going to leave that one to you guys to try on your own. Still do. It still needs to be done on your worksheet, digital or paper or otherwise. Try that out on your own, number 7. And then I want to do number 8 and 9 with you guys for sure. Now, in this worksheet, they try to teach us a really complicated way to do multiplication and division with algebra tiles. For me, I thought we would not do that. I would, if you want to try it on your own, go for it. But I wasn't going to make the whole class do it. I want to do number 8 and 9 with you, and then we will just put our answers in. Copy these guys over to my drawing pad.
Josiah, did we skip number 7?
I skipped doing it, but I still want you guys to give it a shot on your own.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
Thank you for asking. Very good. Okay. So here's 8 and 9. 8 is multiplying. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys how to get started on these because it can be a little tricky. And 9, we haven't done division yet of like polynomials. So frankly, it's a little weird that it's in this worksheet when it's not in our unit. But so that's why I wanted to do that one with you. Now, I think you guys should be able to handle number 8, but let's get started together anyways on it. Negative 2x times that whole other parentheses, x minus 3. So what's happening is we're multiplying negative 2x times x minus 3. How do we do that? We distribute everything from the first parentheses into everything from the second parentheses. So for us, that means negative 2x times x, and then negative 2x times negative 3. So we're doing two different multiplication problems here. So negative 2x times x, when we are multiplying together two different like variables like this, x times x, you would multiply the coefficients, the negative 2, and since the other one doesn't have a coefficient, it's just 1, right? So negative 2 times 1, well, that's just negative 2. Now for the x's, x times x, off to the side here, x times x. Well, since we don't know what x is, we can't really multiply these together, but we can use a symbol for x times x, and that's x squared. That's the cleaner math way to write that. So we're going to write it as x to the second power, or x squared. It means x times itself. Okay, now for the second multiplication, we've got negative 2x times negative 3. I'll write that on the right side. Okay, this time there's only one x. That's good. And we have two numbers to multiply. 2 times 3. They're both negative, so that's negative times a negative makes a positive. So we have 6x, positive 6x. Any questions on how I got that for number 8? Concerns?
So it'll be. Oh, never mind. I got it.
Yay. Okay. Any other questions, concerns on number 8?
No, no, I think I'm okay.
Awesome, Victor. Thank you. I'm glad you're feeling okay. Everyone
None for
else,
me.
Levi, thank you for letting me know. So I think we should have been, familiar or at least seen it before to multiply like that. Now, number 9, though, is a little weird for me as a teacher because they threw it in here and it's not even in the unit. So let's look at number 9 together, and I'll just do that one together. Number 9, y squared minus y divided by y. So we can do this, but there's a bunch of different principles, rules that we haven't used lately. So let's go through this together. One thing is that we can do if you're dividing a whole bunch of terms or like an expression like we have in the top here, y squared minus y. If we're dividing that by something in the bottom, you're allowed to split up that division. Instead of one big fraction like we have right now, we can split it up into like many smaller fractions. Here's what I mean. Here's my y squared minus y again. But instead of dividing the whole thing by y, I'm going to divide each part separately by y. So this is what I mean by splitting it up. Now, remember that rule. We've used this a lot in the last 2 weeks. Anything divided by itself is 1. So here we have y divided by y. This is basically a big 1, right? You could cancel it out, so to speak. Y over y, it becomes 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. And we kind of have that going on with the first term right here. Y squared means y times y. So let me rewrite what we have so far here. I'm going to rewrite y squared as y times y over y, and then it's minus 1 because we just confirmed that y divided by itself is 1. And check it out. We have it happening again. Y over y. Just one of these y's over y. That makes a 1. So 1 times y is just itself y. So I'm saying it a lot. So this simplifies to y minus 1. Let me show that on a better screen right here. So we started like this, y squared minus y divided by y. We split it up. Notice that the numerators are still doing what the numerator did on the left. It's y squared minus y. And we are dividing everything on the numerator separately by the bottom number, the denominator. Then we use the rule, everything divided by itself is 1. So we get this, and then we do it again for our first term. We basically are crossing out y over y, and we're getting y minus 1.
Josiah, is that it?
And that's
For
it.
the.
Correct. Yes. I'm just lingering a little too long on it. Thank you, Tira. Any questions, concerns, please? Okay. And you know what else? I'm going to announce here is because we're not going to, I didn't want to, hope this doesn't make me a terrible teacher. Because I didn't want to do the algebra tile division and multiplication that they try to teach us in this worksheet, um, I'm going to say we can skip number 10. So, what's required to turn in for this worksheet is 1 through 9. We're skipping number 10. Don't do it. Don't even worry about it. This is a Math 2 concept. It doesn't even belong in a Math 1A class. So that's why I'm saying skip it. I'd love to teach it to you, and hopefully I will next year if you're in Math 2 with me. But it doesn't make sense to me why it's in this worksheet. It's like the people who made it don't know what they're doing, and it's silly. So that's why I'm saying skip it, and we're going to do this later in life. So what's required is 1 through 9. It's all good if you want to do it on paper, but I'm going to send you a copy of that today. You'll probably get it on Saturday in the mail. I've only got 3 people I know who are going to do that. Everyone's welcome to. Just tell me now, though, so I can send you a copy in the mail. All right, I never did finish taking roll. So I'm going to take roll, and then I can go over any other last questions. But that's it. That's it for the worksheet. I didn't do number 7, but I want you guys to try it. And I didn't do 4C, but I want you to try that on your own as well. So, no Jaden. No. Chase is here. Chase, awesome. Victor's here. Moose is here. Awesome. Anthony Torres. Levi's here. I'm missing the crew. Robel, Bearcat, Beniam, and Philmon. Davy's here. Awesome. Cooper. Missing. Tira's here. Thank you, Tira. Maria's excused. No Billy. No Joseph. Lauren's here, and Anthony Ravelas is not here. Okay, beautiful. All right, folks, any other last questions on the worksheet or anything else?
No.
Here's the plan. Finish up your worksheet today. Share it with me so I get it. Paper, folks, no sweat, no worries. You'll get it on the weekend. Copy that thing down, what you did today, and then send me pictures or drop it off at the school next week. Monday, we're going to review Unit 1. Tuesday, we're going to test on Unit 1.
I have a question.
Go for it.